Former President Trump is making his way to Atlanta, Georgia, to be booked on more than a dozen charges.
All stemming from the investigation into efforts to reverse results of the last presidential election. Here is a live picture of Trump's plane at the tarmac at Newark Airport. You can see the flashing lights there, the motorcade in the background. He is now set to take off just shortly.
And we have a live look at the jail in Georgia where he is heading. You can see police cars posted at the entrance. This is now the fourth criminal case against the former president since March. CBS 2's Alice Gaynor live at Newark Airport right now with all of this. Alice.
That's right. The president's plane was supposed to take off a short time ago. We don't know if weather may be affecting that. We have been seeing some planes taking off and landing here at Newark Liberty Airport. But once he gets going, we want to point out that he had some last-minute changes. He changed up his lead attorney for this Georgia case prior to his surrender, and also his legal team filed a motion to delay the trial. The Fulton County DA wants a trial date of October 23rd, just 2 months from now.
Former President Donald Trump left Bedminster, New Jersey to head to the Fulton County, Georgia jail to surrender on charges of conspiring to undermine the 2020 presidential election. Trump joins many other co-defendants who have turned themselves in this week, including his former personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, who was charged with 13 counts for pushing false election claims in Georgia, which he denies. Giuliani returned to his Upper East Side home last night without stopping to talk with reporters like he did earlier in the day, telling them he was going to go watch the GOP presidential debate. Ahead of today's surrender, Trump switched up his lead attorney for the Georgia case, putting in place prominent Atlanta criminal defense attorney Steve Sadow, who represented a rapper who pleaded guilty last year in a racketeering case also brought by Fulton County DA Fani Willis. Sadow released a statement that reads in part, quote, "We look forward to the case being dismissed or, if necessary, an unbiased, open-minded jury finding the president not guilty."
It comes no surprise as those of us in the legal profession in Georgia that he would hire Steve to be his attorney.
Trump's bond was set at $200,000, and as part of that agreement, conditions include barring him from intimidating his co-defendants, witnesses, or alleged victims in that case, including on social media. Late last night, a federal judge denied requests from two co-defendants, Trump's former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and ex-Justice Department official Jeffrey Clark, who wanted to delay their surrender. Mark Meadows turned himself in today.
And the deadline for all 19 defendants to turn themselves in is noon tomorrow. Again, we are awaiting former President Trump's plane to take off here in Newark. Maurice and Christine.
Alice, and we understand that unlike the other indictments, this time he's expected to actually take a booking photo. What's the story there?
That's right. You know, I was in contact with his new lead attorney out of Georgia who would not comment. But earlier this month, the sheriff over there said he would be treated just like any other defendant unless he was told otherwise. In his other indictments, in other courtrooms, when he was booked, he was not he was not taking a mugshot. He did not take a booking photo. And that is because the purpose of those photos is for identification. But he is one of the most recognized men in the world. So we know in the Miami indictment, they uploaded a photo of him. That's also used not just for identification, but in case somebody is considered a flight risk. This would be historic. This would be the first mugshot booking photo of a former American president. Maurice, Christine.
Any other differences, Alice, from this case to the others?
Yes, over in Fulton County, they don't do arraignments right after booking, so he may have to come back to Fulton County, Georgia for an arraignment, or in this case, the judge could also waive his appearance or allow him to appear virtually.
Okay, Alice Gaynor live for us tonight at Newark Airport. Thanks so much. And we have continuing coverage on our website. There you can read a timeline of the entire investigation and much more. It's all there for you at cbsnewyork.com.